The objective for today is I can solve a word problem by drawing a picture or using a number bond. So we've done this before, but now we are going to do it with addition with regrouping. So I will do a couple examples, one with a picture and one with a number bond, and then the last one you are going to do with me. So the first one, it says Hunter and Joshua went on a hike to collect rocks. Hunter collected 14 rocks and Joshua collected 7 rocks. How many did they collect all together? So when we're doing this, we're going to draw a picture for this one. And this one's perfect for drawing a picture with because the numbers aren't very big. When we start getting bigger numbers, like 2-digit numbers that are closer to 100 or numbers over 100, we don't want to draw pictures anymore because it gets really confusing and hard to organize. But this one, because both numbers are less than 20, this is a good one that we can try and draw a picture for. So as we're reading back through the problem, now we're going to pick out the important parts that we need in order to solve this problem. So our first sentence says, Hunter and Joshua went on a hike to collect rocks. So I know my two people are going to be Hunter and Joshua. So let's keep reading. Our next part of the sentence, it says, Hunter collected 14 rocks. Well, that's really important for us to know. So I'm going to have Hunter, and I know that he collected 14 rocks. So let's draw our 14 rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So notice that when I drew my rocks, it kind of looks like a sideways tens frame because that helps me stay really organized, especially when I'm drawing pictures. Now, if I were drawing this on my paper, I might just draw a circle for each of those rocks. So let's keep reading our problem. The next part says, and Joshua collected 7 rocks. So again, that's really important information because now I know how much Joshua collected. So now I'm going to write down Joshua's name, and then I'm going to put his 7 rocks in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if I keep reading my problem, my last sentence is my question. So it says, how many rocks did they collect all together? Now, this word all together, that's one of my clue words that tells me that I'm going to be doing addition because I want to know together how many rocks did they collect. So I'm going to combine what Hunter collected with what Joshua collected in order to find my total. So to write my number sentence would be the 14 from Hunter plus the 7 from Joshua. So there's a couple different ways to solve this. You could do it mentally. Maybe you also want to write it vertically and do algorithm or one of the other strategies that we've learned. Or also, because we have pictures, we can just count them too. So let's go ahead and count our total to see how many Hunter and Joshua collected. Go ahead and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 14 plus 7 equals 21. All right, let's do another example. And this one, we are going to use a number bond. Because if you notice, just looking at my problem, I can see some numbers up into the hundreds, and I don't want to draw that many. So our first step is let's just read through our problem once. It says, Jordan has 348 baseball cards. His friend gives him 75 more baseball cards. How many baseball cards does he have now? So I went ahead and I set up my number bond. Remember, the one that has the 2 coming out of it would be my whole, and then these are my 2 parts. So let's read through our problem one more time and pause at each important part in order to fill in our number bond. So my first sentence says, Jordan has 348 baseball cards. We're going to pause there because that's important information. Now, since I already read through the problem, I know that this 348 is only going to be one of my parts because he's going to get more. So I'm going to go ahead and plug my 348 into one of the parts of my number bond. Now let's keep reading. His friend gives him 75 more baseball cards. Now I have to think to myself, well, is that the total? Is that the whole? Or is that just going to be another part? Well, that's how many extras he got. So that's going to be our other part. So now in my number bond, I have my two parts filled out. So let's see if our last sentence matches up if it's asking us for our whole, our total. The last sentence says, how many baseball cards does he have now? So I want to know from what he started with and what his friend gave him, how many does he have? So that means I am missing my whole. And so when I'm missing my whole, I have to add my two parts together. So I'm going to add 348 plus 75. And you'll notice that I have this problem set up for algorithm. So we're going to go ahead and solve it using the algorithm. And then we will see what our answer is. So I'll start with 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5 I know is 13. It's going to give me my whole answer. So here's my 3 with my 10s regrouped. Now I have 1 plus 4 plus 7, which I know is 12. So here's my 2 with my 1 regrouped. 1 plus 3 is 4. So my answer is 423. Remember, when we're doing addition with regrouping, we have to see those ones up there to show the regrouping. All right, let's do one more. This one I want you to do, and then you're going to come back and check your answer. So our problem says Leah donated $162 to charity. She has $360 left. How much money did she have at first? So let's think, is this a good problem to draw a picture for? No, we're going to be drawing a lot of dollars. So instead, let's use our number bond for this. Start by thinking about where would your numbers go? Are they going in the parts? Are they going in the whole? And then go ahead and solve your problem. So go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're ready to check. Okay, let's check your answer. So I know that Leah donated $162, so that's going to be one of my parts. But she still has $360, so that's going to be my other part. So what I'm looking for is my whole, because I want to know, well, how much money did she have at first? She had some money. She gave $162 to charity, but then she still had some left. So I need to add together those two parts to figure out my whole. So hopefully you set up the problem 162 plus 360, and your answer should have been 422. Awesome job. Yikes, that answer is not 422, is it? Let's look back at our hundreds. 1 plus 1 plus 3 does not equal 4. Our answer should actually be 522. Whoops. Now your independent practice for today is going to be this worksheet. There are 2 problems on it, and you may decide if you want to solve this problem by drawing a picture or if you would like to use the number bond. No matter which way you do it though, I need to see your number sentence. So that would be like the 360 plus 162 equals. So make sure, even if you're drawing the picture, I still want to see that number sentence, and then obviously also your answer. And when you're doing regrouping, please make sure that I see where you've regrouped so that I know you're doing it correctly. And then when you finish this, please go ahead and submit it in Edgenuity.